On behalf of the individuals, families, and communities of California's 21st District, I want to express my deepest gratitude for the privilege of being here today. I'm the son of immigrants who I'm sure never imagined that their son would become a member of Congress. Like my late father, I first started in chemical engineering, but my career diverged when my wife, Kathy, and I moved to the Central Valley some 20 years ago in order for her to start and pursue her medical career, taking care of some of our most critically ill children in one of the most deserving regions in America. Mr. Speaker, the best thing I can say about myself is I'm married to her, Kathy Murphy. And for me, I began volunteering with Habitat for Humanity, and from there, I can directly trace my path to where I stand before you today as a member of Congress, as a public servant. And it has been an honor and a privilege to serve. I mean, there is nothing more rewarding in life than serving others. And as the late Martin Luther King Jr. said and professed, life's most persistent question and urgent question is, what are you doing for others? One of my favorite family stories was about my grandmother, my Lola, during the Philippines right after World War II in Manila. She saw that there was a segment of our troops that were being discriminated against. They didn't have any place to go when they got off duty, no place to hang out, have a drink or a meal, or just hang out with their buddies. And so my grandmother, she took it upon herself to open the first and only social club for African-American troops there in Manila. Now my grandmother didn't know or even ever speak to or meet our friend, the late John Lewis, but they were cut from the same cloth. They lived by the belief that if you see something that's not right, not fair, not just, you have to speak up. You have to say something. You have to do something. My grandmother did something. And that sense of social justice was passed along to my mom, Perla de Castro, my children's Lola, who became one of the state of Nevada's first equal opportunity officers. And I'm so proud of my children, Molly and Joe and Thomas and Jack, who are considering serving others in the Peace Corps, the Foreign Service, and the Armed Forces. And for 2 years, I've been so grateful and so proud of my staff here in Washington, D.C., and back home in California. They made a positive difference in the lives of all the people in the 21st Congressional District. From the 27 bills we passed to the $700 million of water infrastructure that we got passed through the House, to the over $3.5 million that we got returned back to over 300 constituents, they were known to be productive, effective, and capable. Thank you to my team. You are a shining example of the adage. To be successful, surround yourself by people who are smarter than you. I want to thank all the House staff for making this place work, the Capitol Police for keeping us safe, the ladies in the cloakroom who kept us fed, the staff in the gym who kept us in shape, and our leaders, Steny, Nancy, Jim, Hakeem. Our caucus is in good hands. Thank you to all the interns who served in both my DC and district offices. I am proud that you are considering a life and a career in public service. I'm invigorated by the young men and women who want to make a positive difference. They are making it happen, being the change they want to see in their own communities. My proudest moment as a member of Congress was that day that we passed H.R. 6, the Dream and Promise Act. A young woman from the Valley who came out to witness the passage of that act said to me afterwards, "Thank you, Congressman Cox. You finally make me feel as somebody cares." And beyond the legislation we worked on, my measure of success was to provide an example that if you care, advocate, and work on the issues that matter to you, your voice will be heard here in Washington. I do care. I look forward to continuing the fight to make a positive difference in the lives of all of Central Valley residents. And we have to fight, Mr. Speaker. Democracies aren't taken away, they're given away. I'm proud of the role I've played in saving our democracy, first in 2018 by taking back control of the House, and in this year in helping win the White House. It brings a smile to my face to be able to say, President-elect Biden and Vice President-elect Harris. But there is a lot more work to do to ensure our democracy. Let's all recall our pledge to uphold and defend the Constitution of the United States from all enemies, foreign and domestic. Let's recall that the framers of the Constitution established Congress first. We are Article 1, supreme amongst the three branches of government. The power of the people resides in the Congress, not the White House. And this will be my final speech for the 116th Congress. I want to say unequivocally that I'm proud to be a Democrat. Now, sometimes our party's not great at messaging. We try to make every voice heard, and sometimes we pay a price for that at the ballot box. But here's a few truths I'm happy to sing from the rooftops. The Democratic Party has always been the party of working people and their families. The fact is there's only one party that has consistently fought to win health care for your family. There's only one party that will suffer the political consequences of telling the America the truth about COVID. We are the party of purpose. I was proud to run and serve under our banner. I look forward to the Biden-Harris administration, our Democratic House, and a Democratic Senate. We'll get back to work fighting for the people. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Now yield back.